Top Billin, LSU with yet another one, right? Another wide receiver of the explosive variety with JoJo Earl for the 2021 class for what is looking like could perhaps be wide receiver university. So stick around to the end of that. I'm going to talk about wide receiver university and what we'll have going on with that at the channel. But all right, let's get into a little quick breakdown of JoJo Earl. JoJo Earl, man, kind of has a little bit of Steve Smith Sr. in him. So when I say stuff like this and I use guys who are Hall of Famers like Steve Smith Sr., I'm not trying to say that this guy is Steve Smith Sr. I'm thinking about at the same exact age that JoJo Earl is, when Steve Smith was that age, they were probably very similar, right? Takes a lot of shit to be Steve Smith Sr., especially when he was doing what he was doing against grown men in professional football. But I see a lot of the same characteristics. And I also see a lot of the same characteristics from one Jalen Waddle. Your man Jalen Waddle at Alabama is a mother. He's going to absolutely crush it this year, and he has been crushing it his first couple of seasons. And I see a lot of the same characteristics in those two. And they're both from Texas too, right? So 5'9", 170 pounds. Nothing here with a reported 40 times at any of these regionals, anything. We would have gotten that, obviously, had the camp circuit been going on, which I don't think a lot of people understand. We're missing a huge part of recruiting with the camps not going on and everything like that, with the regionals and stuff. But I saw a reported 4.3640 from this kid. So, you know me, I take that with a grain of salt. I have to see it to believe it, but you can just tell that this kid is extremely explosive, but we'll have to get verified times when those lasers come out, right, at some of these verified events. But, man, I really like it when I see him from JoJo Earl and thinking about him with Kayshon Boutte and some of the guys like a Trey Palmer in the future. Come on, man. These guys are absolutely racking it up with wide receivers. Let's get a couple of clips in here.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, check out this particular clip right here. You'll see Earl doing the scramble drill. We know LSU last year in the 2019 season was the best scramble drill team ever. Every time Joe Burrow detached from the pocket, those guys knew exactly where to go and how to get open with him. And this is very reminiscent of that. Look at that. And look at the hops, 5'9". That's that Steve Smith Sr. That's what I like right there. And Jalen Waddle, too. Remember that catch he had against Auburn? But look at the vertical leap in this kid at 5'9". He's a physical kid, right? That's how you can play at LSU. You can't be finesse. Look at this. Not only does he procure the catch, then he gets down and he's looking to get upfield and get into that Cowboy end zone there. Look at that. Touchdown. Some good shit. All right, JoJo Earl. Gotta love that name, man. That name is just hard. JoJo Earl. But you're going to have a slant corner concept going on right here, two-man route concept. He's going to be running the corner route. You can see route running ability from the slot, which I think will be a good place for him at LSU. Look at that. Banged him and cooked him. Look at the separation. Come on, man. Separation anxiety has ensued for that kid right there. He's too young to be away from who he wants to be away from. Look at it. Stick that foot in the ground. Right then and there. Look at the separation already created. Practicing that social distancing. He's real good at that. Look at that. 4 to 6 feet, y'all, at all times. Natural hands catcher, too. Look at that. Ken Griffey them. Easy. Making it look easy out there. All right. Back in the slot right here. This time running an out route. You can see the dexterity and the proprioception of this kid. Being able to get his foot down. Look at him go get it. I like this, right? I didn't want to say just a bunch of explosive catches or anything like that. I want to see how he would figure out into the framework of LSU's offense as well. A lot of it is going to be this. Like the transition here. Nothing too out of the way. Good throw by the quarterback, too. I have to say that's a pretty long throw for a high school kid. Look at this. Go up and go get it. Yeah. And this is at Jason McClellan High School, too, now that I think about it. Didn't Jason McClellan go to this high school in Texas? Going to Alabama. Running back was going to Oklahoma. Nasty. Go up and get it, young man. Beat it at its highest point. Love it. All right, here we go again. Looks like he's on a bubble right here. But look at the short area agility. Double strength muscle relaxer when he was dead to rights. Stick that foot in the ground. Hit him with the washing machine, John. Another one. Look at him. He's done. Sleep. Snoozing. Already done. Cold done. Same deal right there. He lost control of his muscular system. He's done. Get upfield. Get you some yardage. Damn. He turned what was going to be a loss into like a 10-yard game with just some good short area agility. All right. This time in a split gun, he's going to be running a wheel route. So it's going to be a throwback wheel route. And you get to see him out in space here. A flea flicker. Hit him on a wheel route. And then that's just too much space. You're not messing with him in that. Just look at the acceleration. Split the double. Split the converging defenders there. This guy had no chance, right? Way too much space. Come on, he ran by him like he wasn't even there. Nasty. Then you see the converging defender split that. It don't even look like he's trying that hard. Just like Jalen Waddle. Always like, damn, is Jalen Waddle even running fast? And he just be flying. All right, Todd Billin. This wasn't supposed to be a film study, just more of a breaking news item, but I couldn't help myself because this kid is so electrifying. And we know what LSU has been doing with receivers here lately. So with that being said, man, I want to have this LSU versus Alabama wide receiver university battle. Maybe we can even have at it on a live stream. I don't know about that. We'll have to see about that. But definitely at least in a couple of content pieces to see who is wide receiver university between those teams. At least between those two teams. There's some other teams out there that lay claim to that as well. But these two teams have really been going at it, in my opinion. But with that being said, you have to have some type of infrastructure or some groundworks. And my most important thing for that would be NFL success. I'm sorry. You can't just go by what someone did in college because these college kids do not care about what happened in college 30 years ago, right? It has to be something that's very recent, and it has to be within a certain amount of time, but with NFL success attached to it. Right? Because if you're talking about somebody's wide receiver university, it's usually because of publicity that they're getting in the NFL. So the amount of attention that Julio Jones gets at Alabama or Odell Beckham gets at LSU, that's because of what they're doing in the NFL. There are a million great college players that people don't think about, especially kids. So the wide receiver university tag and mantra, that's usually for recruiting. That's just what it is. And kids these days are 17, 16, 17 years old. They don't know about Keyshawn Johnson at USC and stuff like that, right? Only if he went on to the NFL or if he were still in the NFL or whatever like that doing this thing, and then they would be able to. But it's just that short of a lifespan when it comes to football. So it has to have that. Of course, it's going to be about the success that you had in college as well. But to me, it's more about the NFL. So if you were to take that, what these guys did in college, and then how did it translate, or how did their careers translate to the NFL and the type of publicity that they got, who would be better between those two teams. But we can do some additional categories beyond that as well. But that's going to be the major driving factor, in my opinion, for my particular content on who is wide receiver university. All right? So keep that in mind. But there you have it again. LSU with yet another one. JoJo Earl, right on deck. All right? Peace.